Let them up.
Well. The Dallas Cowboys win an all-important home and divisional game. And Bob, you called it. You said a 40 burger on the Commanders. And boy, was you close today. 44-22. I think you said 44-10, right?
Actually, I think I said 35-21.
Oh, did you? Or maybe it was last game you said 40 points. Okay.
Yeah.
I know you had a 40 burger in there somewhere, but
for sure.
I know you did call a last minute change, an audible that you did say the Cowboys was going to win. I had the Commanders winning today originally on my schedule when our season schedules brought out, but I love being wrong, especially when my team benefits. So that's a dub today. 3-3-1. The Cowboys 2-0 in the NFC East, Bob. It's getting kind of interesting.
Well, not 2-0, right? We lost to Philly.
Oh, take that back. Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was about to say, dude, if that's the case, no.
Yeah.
But everybody else is in mixed up. There's nobody dominating this situation right now, which is great for us. So yes, you are damn right. The fact that we are right there, somehow right there, I don't even know what to say, man. As far as today went, I had stop Jaden and air it out as our keys to victory. We did both of those things. I was looking for Dak and Bland to be the MVPs of this game. Can you believe that shit?
How about a pick six, man? Wow. DaRon Bland. Not only that pick six, man, DaRon Bland was making some defensive plays today.
Yeah, I think maybe a little pressure helps a lot of things out. And having a defense that is the worst in the league will make a defensive coordinator sit back at least at some point and go, all right, how do we approach this differently? Today we were in a lot more man situations, which was beautiful. But our players were making tackles when they needed to, except for a couple. We did everything sound. I don't really know whether we can say Washington is a bad team, but I can tell you this. Dallas has got the best offense in the league right now. And if we could just get somewhere near the middle of the road on defense, we're going to be a problem for a lot of people.
All I want to know is where the fuck is the Dak hater at? Because I ain't heard nothing in a long while. Dak Prescott putting up some numbers today. You said he was going to have a big game again today. 3 touchdowns. Let's go look at his stats right quick, Bob. You called that out. Dak is playing at an MVP level right about now.
Yeah, it's not even a joke, man. This guy's he's all business. He's making sound throws. His reads and his changes at the line of scrimmage are what people don't give this guy enough credit for. He knows how to read a defense. He's an underdog every freaking game he plays. Not only that, but he has got the talent that people don't think he has. So I think right now he's kind of making people shut up. Granted, everyone's going to move the goalpost and say, well, it's Washington. It's this team. It's that team. This guy is killing almost every team he gets in front of. And it's because he knows what the hell he's doing, man. And I've been high on Dak all year. The only reason I wore this jersey today is because it was Color Rush. But I would have been wearing Dak. It doesn't even matter, man. I got Dak behind me right here because I knew he was going to lead us to victory.
Is that just breaking? Did Denver kick a field goal to win that game? If that's so, that's important. I mean, I know the Giants was up on the Broncos there as we take a look around the NFC East. Yes, the Eagles I had winning today against Minnesota. I told you I'm starting Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith in my fantasy football lineup. I picked the Eagles to win this week. There was no way I didn't see them going 3 games, losing in a row. But the Cowboys, 3-3-1, finally up to 500.
Good God, man. Yes, Denver did pull it out there at the end with that long bomb. I'm a little upset about that. But you know what? I think that's better for us because we don't want a team with a defense as good as the Broncos trying to be all angry at the NFC East next week when we play them.
Yeah, let's take a look at Dak's stats right quick. Dak on that MVP route, 21 of 30, 264 yards, 70% completion, 8.8 average, 3 touchdowns, only sacked once, 130.4 QB rating. I don't know what's perfect. Is that damn near perfect?
What was his rating? I think 135.4.
130.4. So damn near, as Sam's tapping in saying, Dak has 13 TDs in his last 4 games now. I mean, Dak is doing it. This offense, I was just a little worried. I think we got a gift, though, especially with, Washington Commanders, Debo being out, Scary Terry being out. I think if they'd have had not one or maybe both of them receivers, it probably would have been a little bit of a different game. But we do got to see them again at the end of the season. But good thing for us is our next NFC East opponent, Bob, week 12, is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's going to be a good game, man. And again, I don't care what anybody says, man. This is part of the NFL. We know this every year. It's very rare you get a team that goes the entire entire season with every single starter there doing what they need to do. This is part of the whole thing. Everyone could talk about if this guy wasn't there, if that guy wasn't there. Yeah, well, if they were healthy, if they could do things correctly, they wouldn't be injured. That's just the way it goes. Dallas is taking wins when they need to get these wins. We've been in close in almost every single one of these games, man. And we're a contender for being a team that is rebuilding. It's insane.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out to Talia, belt to ass. That's right. We're going to the Super Bowl again, baby, after this week. But we do got the Denver Broncos next week in Bob's hometown, which I will be at. We will be there together. But they just squeaked out that win over a field goal on the Giants. I thought the Giants were actually going to go into Denver and beat them today, Bob. But it looks like the Broncos just beat the Giants. So now an all-important matchup, AFC, was it NFC, and the Dallas going to Empower Field this week. I can't wait to get out there and kick it with you this weekend, Bob.
Oh yeah, man, that's going to be good, man. And yeah, I'm actually from Miami, but it's my current hometown is Denver right now. So yeah, man, I'm excited, man. Again, it's always good to have a win against Washington, New York, and Philly, no matter how you get it. And this was a division game, so no matter how you slice it, it needed to be won. And let me tell you right now, man, between Pickens and Javonte Williams, I don't remember the last time we had such an effective free agency. It's quite insane, man. Just those two dudes. And we could talk about a couple more kind of playing and stuff like that, but those two guys right there have been the biggest bargain. I'm very, very close to calling out my brother right now and getting him on one of these and saying, hey, man, you talked all this shit about how bad Pickens was, about how garbage he was. How do you feel about him right now?
They drank that yellow Kool-Aid out there in Pittsburgh because Pickens came here and did a whole 180. I mean, did you see Pickens and CD when CD caught that 74-yard touchdown pass? Two little kids like in the playground, just excited for each other, like, let's go. They just having so much fun out there.
Did anybody watch the pregame right before we started kickoff? Terry Bradshaw was talking some weird stuff with Howie Long about how he's not sure that CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are going to get along. That was actually part of the beginning of that show. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about get along? They've been practicing in the off season for the last 4 years together. And that they just tried to make this part of the narrative. And I'm like, look, let's just watch this game. And like
bro, there was some fans talking about that earlier today. You know, there's a lot of fake news going around on the platform. He just needs to hit update on notifications on his phone. He's obviously following them fake pages on Facebook over there, spreading all that fake narrative, talking about George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are not getting along. That's just low-hanging fruit. Like, if that's where you're going, like, come on. That's basic. Talk about the defense. You know what I mean? Talk about Matt Eberflus. But don't go after CD and Lamb. I mean, that's the best wide receiver duo in the NFL right now.
And they were homies before this. So it's definitely a great thing that we got going right now. Again, if we are just a defense instead of 32, if we are 16, we are very close to losing only one game this season so far. It's really, this defense is so bad sometimes. And it really almost got really out of hand today at one point at the first quarter, but it started to tighten up. We started getting a little bit of pressure. Getting a couple people out of the game was a little bit more helpful to us. But, man, let me tell you, the defense showed up today. Eberflus should feel better about the direction he's bringing us to. Not so much the great job he did, but the great job he put our players in a position to do and what we can do in the future.
Kales, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, just making sure I didn't see your photo come up. I want to make sure you're there. I know your boots on ground out there. How's it feel to get that dub in the nation's capital?
Listen, I don't know what was in Flus's bag, but I don't know what kind of Kool-Aid he had. I don't know if someone slipped him some of DC's own wings with fries with salt, pepper, ketchup, mambo sauce on everything. But whatever it is, that's what I need to see.
Yeah, Flus was over there getting a little emotional, like, let's go. Finally, get these.
Save my job.
Get these media off my ass. I'm tired of answering these tough ass questions.
Yeah. And of course, I'm just leaving the tailgate. I'm in the car with my club fam and my sorority sister. So
okay.
It's dark. They say, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, it's dark. It's dark, and you probably won't be able to see me anyway.
Okay.
it's starting to get light. It's starting to get dark now in DC.
It's all good. It's all good.
So
you can pop your shit right quick and let us know what you've seen and how you feel, and then we can just carry on.
I'm just feeling. I'm feeling good. You know, it was a handful of Cowboy Nation that was there, but you could have 3 of us and we will turn it all out. And the tailgate was a partnership with my fan club and my old job that I used to work for, DC Department of Parks and Recreation. So we teamed up again for the second year. It was at another location this time, on a Parks and Rec facility. And the DJ and the MC of the event, his name is DJ Dirty Rico. He's on one of the local radio stations here. A big Cowboys homer. And we was talking a little bit before the game starts. So I had a good surprise that I shared with them. I actually had Dallas Cowboys popcorn that was sent to me and everything. So I put that in my Cowboys bin and I shared some with him and he was enjoying it too.
Yeah, you see the little video we posted here. Shout out to the noise maker. I think that's what is on the back of his jersey. DJ Dirty Rico. Is that right, Kels?
Yes.
Check him out right here on location in the nation's capital.
Is the story of the day.
I couldn't make it to Texas. So
Put together
my man
sent
me a good
Eagles history.
bucket of popcorn right from AT&T Stadium. Oh, baby! Game time! Game time! I said game time!
Let's go, let's go, let's go. I love it, man. It look like a lot of Cowboy fans out there, Kels. Look like they were having a good time. Boots on.
Is the story of the day.
Yes, and I have I still got plenty of content to post and everything. When I say, what was it, Tamika? And it was like in the middle of the third quarter, in the midst of Deron Bland being the pick six king. We was swag surfing and everything. I mean, Cowboys Nation, it was like maybe 20 or 30 of us there in front of the Big Tron just swag surfing. And we was like, man, forget the game. We already won. We already got a 40 burger up. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then it started to act like an actual Commanders game. They started to leave out. They started to pull up out the club.
That makes sense.
They was leaving early. They said they got beat traffic. They got catch Uber.
Ain't no traffic.
They don't want no more belt to ass, especially at AT&T Stadium.
Listen, it's no traffic. We smooth selling down in DC right now. Going past DC, downtown DC. It is smooth selling on this highway. The rain held off. It did not rain when it was supposed to. The rain is coming around like 11 o'clock tonight. It was no reason they could have stayed. It was plenty of football to be played. Anything could happen, but it didn't, because Flus was in his bag. Dak was in his bag. Pick was just big picking all over the place. They could have stayed, but they just act like regular Commander fans. They started to pack up their little stuff, their grills and everything, and they started leaving out. It was just us Cowboy fans there just chilling.
They're like the Homer Simpson. They're like, all right, I'm out, if you know what I'm saying. But I think this was a gift if you ask me, especially with all of the receivers being out. And then, never want to see a player get injured, but Jaden Daniels going out was a big factor.
Yeah.
And we seen Bland pick off their backup that came in. What's his name? The guy from Hawaii, Marcus Mariota. Yeah. And so that was the difference. Right after that, it was like, all right, that was the sealing the deal. But I think it'll be a different game next time. But now we got the Eagles up on week 12. But before we get to them, Kels, we got Denver, who barely squeaked by the New York Giants today on a last-minute field goal at Empower Field in Denver next week. How are you feeling after the Cowboys win today with the way Denver's looking and us going into the Empower Field next week?
I'm going to be honest with you. We have to, like what we said after that whole Panthers debacle, we have 2 games that we should have won that we lost that we need to make up. And I said we have to make up winning this game and the Broncos. I mean, I would have said the Cardinals is an easy win, but we thought that a couple of years
The Cardinals almost got a dub over the
with
Green Bay Packers today.
Right. So anything is possible with the Cardinals. So that's like our wild card team. But we have to try to find a way to beat Denver next week. If we play Denver the way that we played this game, like I said, anything is possible. We could win. We could win Denver if we played them like we played Washington. And like you said earlier, prayers and thoughts to Jaden Daniels. I'm glad Luke McCaffrey was able to come back in after that. Yeah, and when I say everybody just turned their head when it happened, it was just, but I'm glad he was able to come back in. So I don't know. I'm still iffy with Denver. I still don't put anything past Sean Payton so we'll see.
Yeah. Bob, take a look at this new NFC East stacking right here. The Dallas Cowboys moving on up 3-3. 3-3, second in the division. We're following the leader who won the division last year. The Eagles did win today against Minnesota. I knew their offense would get back on track. I knew there was no way they were going to take 3 L's in a row, but we got them week 12, but we got to get to Denver next week. So tell me, Bob, how are you feeling about this team going up against your hometown neck of the woods at Empower Field next week?
Yeah, man. Again, my hometown is Miami. Yeah, I think really one of the – I know, bro. I'm messing with you. At this point, really what I think we need to focus on a little bit, let's go back a little bit and realize that Ertz dropped a bunch of passes today that were going to convert some things. There was a few things and some big mistakes that they made and a lot of drop passes that this team made today that gave us the opportunity to get up on them. If these plays were converted, however, it may be a really, really different game. Now, that pick 6 could have happened because we don't know if Daniels still would have gotten hurt and having Mariota come in and throw something as he was getting hit. But Washington played a pretty bad game today, and we took advantage of it. I don't know that Denver is going to be anything like that next week. Denver doesn't really make the mistakes that Washington makes, but they do have the ability to make mistakes. Their defense, however, is really, really good, man. So I think next week's defense is going to be the best defense we faced so far this season, man.
Yeah, Denver is good at stopping the run. I know Jackson Dart got a rushing touchdown today. I know Cam Scatterbo got a rushing touchdown today on Denver, so that spells well for Javonte Williams. But it was good to see our run game and our passing game efficient today on the offensive side of the ball because we didn't see any run game last week. What do you think about that run game out there this evening with Javonte Williams, Kels?
I loved it. I mean, because there was no run game last week.
Javonte 19 carries, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. His long was 33. Took care of the ball, very efficient. I mean, and we've seen some Jaden Blue out there, which he looked like he might break one here if he gets a real good chance.
Yeah, Jaden, he handled, he held his own. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of him, especially now that Miles Sanders is on the season-ending IR. We still got Phil Maffa coming up. His practice window has yet to be activated. I think it will be activated by the bye week, from my understanding. So when he comes back and everything, we're going to have 3 bulls in that stable.
Yeah, and Drake is bringing in some good context. I want to throw this to our panel. It says, what can we take away from this defense now? I just want to give y'all mine, and then I'll let y'all have the table. I mean, that pick 6 for Bland was important to put some life, some CPR back into the secondary because Trayvon Diggs being out today, we thought that was going to be a liability. But Bland coming up big today on the defense, not just with the pick 6, but some critical stops as well. What did you gather from this defense looking differently today, Kels, in terms of flukes?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what my dad texted me. He was like, "Kales, y'all defense is bipolar AF."
Facts.
Yep.
I mean, this whole NFL is week to week. It's bipolar, right, Bob? It's week to week. I mean,
Yep.
Arizona
It ain't just
almost
us.
took Green Bay to the woodshed for 3 quarters, and then Micah got some sacks at the end, and they ended up squeaking it out. It's a week to week lead.
Yeah, if nothing else, injuries, the new kickoff rule, a couple of weird changes this season has sort of changed the game a little bit. At least changed the mindset, which I think is okay. You know, I thought we were getting a little too soft, and we kept messing with these rules all the time. It was getting a little overbearing. But at this point, I think the game is set up for a lot of fun, and it looks like at the very least that's what's going on. And we still have to worry about a lot of tendon issues because of turf. But beyond all that, it still looks like everything is sort of leveled out. I don't know one team really that's running away with too much other than Philly, who looked pretty damn good today, man. At the same time, it's just one of those things.
I mean, the Vikings do have Carson Wentz. So
yeah, I mean, their defense is
I'll just throw that out there.
They were only down by possession.
Yeah. And somebody brought in some good context here. Shout out to Donovan. Zuck said Denver put up 30 in the fourth. That's what I'm scared of, because Denver not only beat Philly in Philly last minute, they came back at home at Empower Field against the Giants today and won last minute, 30 points. And I know this defense next week, we can't get into no shootout in the fourth quarter, or can we, Bob, with this Denver defense?
Yeah, we can. We can. I'll tell you right now, if there's any quarterback in the league that's for a shootout right now, I'm taking Dak Prescott all effing day long. Yeah. So, yes, put us in the shootout, because that means that we're doing something, you know, to hold the defense in some way. So, I don't know. I mean, the offense, the defense is stepped in a direction that I think is okay, because I worded that very carefully at the top of the show. It's not where I want it to be, but it's definitely better than last week. And if we're going to stay man like we're doing, I think Diggs may start looking a little better. It's just one of those weird things, man. If coach can morph, then our defense can morph. And again, if we are 16th instead of 32nd, that is a world of difference in how well we can win these games.
And also, to add to what Drake said with his question, as far as the defense, mix it up, because my Sorrel Club fan Tamika and I, we was talking about it. We did see Flus. He flipped it a little bit. We saw a lot of man. We saw a couple of zone zone being placed in. So my thing is, for now on, mix it up, because all these teams that we're playing, you know, they don't play a lot of zone, and we got some teams that don't play a lot of man. So I like what he did. He mixed his playbook up with this game, and especially with Washington, who is known for playing the no huddle scheme.
Well, let me ask you this:
60 or 70% of their 70% of their playbook.
Okay, got you. Great context there. Let me ask you this, Kels. What can we expect with Trayvon Diggs moving forward? There's a lot of smoke around this fire. Apparently, maybe Diggs might get traded.
Well, we don't know. I've seen people talking about that. That is really no incident or accident. He's really not hurt. And I can tell you right now, if any team puts a false practice report or someone going into protocol, that is illegal, and teams can get heavily fined. They could get draft picks taken away from them for falsifying a medical report. So I just want people to keep that in mind. But
in terms of him going through the protocol, is it possible we could see him against the Broncos, or how long are we expecting him to be out?
Protocols normally take like 2 weeks, which is like 2 games.
Bob, how are you feeling about Trayvon Diggs in that situation? I mean, even after Deron Bland kind of breathing some life back into this secondary today, is Bo Nix got the capability to carve this defense up next week in Denver?
I mean, he does have the capabilities, yes. And like I said, if a few of these passes were actually caught by Washington today, it could have been a very different game. They weren't playing very good, but Jaden was making some throws, man, when he needed to, and he was getting away. It was really frustrating for a while. It wasn't until we started clawing away out of that mindset and actually moving towards more of a man. and just bombing it like I said we needed to do, air it out. Once that happened, boom, we're good to go. How the defense is going to look moving forward, I don't know, because let me tell you right now, we're going to have to put up probably the amount of points we put up today in order to beat the Broncos next week at home.
Well, speaking of numbers, I mean, this Dak 400 yards, 409 yards offense, 257 passing, 152 rushing on the ground, 6.6 average, very efficient on the ground and in the air today. Hopefully the Cowboys can continue to build on that, because we all know consistency in Dallas is our real enemy. Can we stack another win? Can we go on a win streak this week? Because we're going to need every win we can, especially sitting at 3-3-1. Which somebody asked, is that tie going to affect us? Yeah, it very well can. I mean, we got 2 NFC East games, the last 2 games of this season. So we may not know who the winner of this division is until we get into the last 2 games of this season. Now, again, we got the Eagles on week 12 at Dallas at home, but these Broncos is up next, y'all. Anything can go this season. It's been week to week, and that's one thing I've learned is one team may be up this week. They could be down next week or maybe 2 weeks, right, Philly? But then they could come right back up that next week, and we still got the second third of this season left. So anything can go. Yeah, I like where we're sitting at 3-3-1 after 7 games.
And we're only a half game from taking the division, because before we played Washington, we was only a game and a half.
Yeah, we did show the NFC East standings. I will pull that back up so that way everybody can see it. We are number 2 in the division, sitting behind the leader, the Philadelphia Eagles. But yeah, not only this division, but this conference is actually pretty wide open. Yeah. As Caitlin taps in and says, Denver scored 30+ points in the first quarter and won't be down 4 wide receivers. Exactly. Dallas got to be clicking defensively. That's what I said. I think we got a straight gift today with Jaden Daniels going out, also without the receivers. We just had to concentrate on stopping that run, even though they still ran the ball effectively well against us, but it wasn't enough. They were one-dimensional on their offense without any of their receivers. And yeah, hopefully this is what Dallas needs to build on this Flus defense going into next week.
Yep. Okay, I'm home.
Oh, finally. There you are. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And you know what? You never know, man. I mean, the Packers run a 4-3 defense with a lot of zone, but some man too. So maybe Trayvon wants to go over there back with his homie and reunite over there. Maybe we get some more picks from Green Bay. Although, we probably want more than 2s. But, yeah, I don't know, man. We still have room to make some moves. I think right now, most importantly, an edge rusher would be a great pickup right now. I understand everyone's like, why'd you get rid of Micah? Well, Micah's, okay for $48 million. He's not that good for $48 million. We can get someone at a better price, I think, that can do some damage for us.
Yeah, so Micah had 3 sacks today, and that was pivotal in their win, because I really thought the Carolina or the Arizona Cardinals was going to beat them today. Go ahead, Kels, what you had?
So let me give y'all some tea. So DJ Dirty Rico, the MC and DJ for today, he is friends with Micah Parsons' cousin. And he even talked to Micah about his professionalism, his behavior.
Yeah, that makes sense.
already told you. Talking, I mean, everything is done now, so everything is not embargo anymore, because I had to be real tight-lipped with a lot of with a lot of things that was going on within the
politics as usual. We get it, but I mean,
not only that, but if anybody tell me anything, I don't say it unless it's time, or if they, I have a real confidentiality protocol. But everything is out now, so we could talk about it. Talking to McClay and some other people, McClay was ready to get rid of Micah 2 years ago.
That doesn't surprise me either.
But Jerry and some other people was telling Will McClay to give him another chance. He's going to mature. He's going to get better, yada, yada, yada.
Jerry with that old being loyal to a fault again, right?
Well, it wasn't only Jerry. It was some other people. But Will McClay was ready for him to go 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
That's kind of crazy, but it makes
sense. We still got money in the bank, and we still got picks, and I'm still hearing Trey Hendrickson. Before we get out of here, can the Cowboys look to trade or do anything on the defensive front, especially after the day moving forward? Kels, any new intels?
No, his name is still circulating in the building, and they're also talking about Max Crosby. Honestly, I don't want Max Crosby.
I don't even think that can happen. Didn't the Raiders just recently pay him? He got some big
exactly. Deal? So he has a big contract and all this other stuff. They're talking about package. I've heard talks not coming from the Cowboys front office or whatnot, saying that they're going to package Sam Williams and Trevon Diggs up for a Max Crosby. However, we will be stuck with both of those contracts. We will be stuck with Max Crosby, and we will be stuck with Trevon Diggs.
That doesn't seem smart after we just got unstuck from Micah and made that big trade. So
right, and we got all this money in cap space, but that's going to take all of our money in cap space, and we're going to still have dead money attached, especially with Trevon Diggs, even though his contract, the way his setup is guaranteed money, and we will owe 3 years of money being paid to Trevon Diggs, whether he's with us or not. So that's the question. Like,
well, we only got a little over 2 weeks before this trade line shuts down. Right. So I mean,
so the
I'm
thing
thinking
is,
as soon as we get
up that contract.
Yeah, I don't think,
and that's a massive contract. Who's going to pick it up?
I don't see the Jones just trying to get in the middle of somebody's contract or anything like that. But it's going to be interesting as we continue to wind down and get to this trade deadline, because definitely Dallas could use somebody else. But your Cowboys win today, an all-important NFC East game. I'm happy. I know Bob's happy. I know Kels is happy, especially when our team wins. So it'll be a good week. But we got the Broncos.
They proved me wrong.
Exactly. Me too. I had the Commanders winning, and I told you I don't mind being wrong as long as my team benefits. But Bob, you
hold on for a minute. Ma, you happy that we won? I'm sorry. You happy that we won?
Is she a Commanders fan, ain't she?
Hold on.
Isn't she a Commanders fan?
Yeah. You heard what she said?
You
heard what she said? Hold on. I'm so glad everybody was prepared for this. You heard her?
What's she saying?
Say it again, Mom.
I said, let me put my hopes up in there. They let you down.
It's all good.
So you're not happy that the Cowboys won?
Well, we'll be definitely here next time, same time this week. Let's talk pregame.
In the kitchen talking about never.
Pre-game show. We got to nail this pre-game show down for this week, because I'll be boots on ground. I'll be flying out to Denver on Friday. I won't come back till Monday. So, Kels, we're going to have to work some stuff out on the back end for this week on the Big 3. I'll be out there, boots on ground. My guy Bob will be doing some content. I'm excited. You got anything planned with your club next week? Or are you back in the lab next week too?
Well, I'll be back in the lab, but of course we'll have, our watch party and everything. Heads up, week 8. Week 8. Yeah, week 8 or week 12. So that's either the Cardinals or the Eagles. Though one of those 2 games is going to be the salute to service game. I should definitely have more confirmation on that sometime this week. But one of those 2 home games is going to be the salute to service.
Nice. Bob, what's the weather looking like out there? How's the weather going to be looking out there this weekend? Is it going to be cold? How do I need a pack coming down there this weekend?
I mean, look, I would definitely pack some things that you're going to be cold. So because it's definitely, it was 30 this morning when I woke up. But it's not going to be like that when you're here. It's probably going to be a little warmer, but it will be windy, I think. So there's a chance. And when it gets windy in Denver, dude, it gets windy. So you might want to prepare for a lot of wind and some cool weather for sure at night.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to One Star One family. Shout out to DJ Kai. I know they'll be in Denver. I'm going to pull up their event right quick. So if you're in Denver or you plan on coming to Denver, they will have a actual pep rally and a tailgate. So I'll pull that link up here and I'll share it in the comments below. So if you will be in Denver this weekend, you can check them out on TickPick. Cowboys Denver Takeover. They have a pep rally which I will be at on Saturday night. Hopefully, maybe Bob can rock out there with me. And then Sunday will be the tailgate. I'll place that link down in the comments below so that way y'all can check it out. Shout out to One Star One family. We'll be out there with them rocking at the pet rally.
Yeah, we've got my wife and I have meet and greet tickets to Pete and Baz that night, the old hip hop geezers from the UK. So we're gonna go check those dudes out. But if we have some time beforehand, we'll definitely check it out.
Question. So who y'all game balls going to?
Deron Bland. I mean, we needed something on this defense, and that pick six, I think, probably lit a fire, hopefully, in the secondary and flus of this defense. So I'm going Deron Bland. He had more than that pick six. I think he had some big defensive stops and tackles today. So DB with the ball today for me.
Yes, my notes yesterday were stop Jaden, air it out. Offensive Dak, and defensive Bland is who I predicted to be the MVPs today. And I don't know how I did all that, but I nailed all that. Except for the score, I was pretty damn close on all that stuff because we did exactly what we needed to do, including what you wanted to happen, BG, which was establish the run. I didn't think that we could do both of those things, air it out and establish 100 yards. We got 100+ yards from Javonte, Lamb with 100+, and Pickens with 80+. That is absolutely ridiculous. Pickens is uncoverable, it seems. And it's been so long since we have some dude that's going to run down the sideline and be open and catch passes like that.
Man, that
CD
pass
doesn't do that.
That pass Dak dropped in the bucket to GP, bro. I was just
oh
like,
my
God. Like,
I'm telling you, man.
Where has this been at? Thank you.
That's all he needed, man.
Who does your game ball go to, Kels?
Yeah.
I have 3. Okay.
Oh,
I have 3.
She got to have more than one ball.
Of course. No, because
extra
it's still the 2. It's still the 2 that when we talking about doing the pregame show, I have to give it to Flus and the defense secondary, the whole entire package, because they got their life. That was my key to the game.
You did say get your life. You told the defense to get your life. I remember that.
And they got their life. I still give it to Dak Prescott and Shoddy. But the third one goes to Jake Ferguson's dance.
Jake did some things.
Yeah, Jake got a little swag, man. Jake showed up with Dak Prescott's high school jersey on today. I don't know, or is that what's going on now? We seeing politics in the locker room, Bob. Like, throw it to me today. Throw it to me today.
What he say?
I don't know. Kale just went somewhere, but we're about to go somewhere too as well.
I'm here. I just took the Wi-Fi off. The Wi-Fi kicked in, and I just clicked it off.
But you froze. Let me try to add you back there. There you go.
So real quick, BG, for the time you're going to be here this weekend, it looks like the highs are going to be 61 and the lows are going to be 44. That's really, really nice.
Nice.
Partly cloudy. It's going to be nice. It's going to be chill.
Nice. Well, all right, y'all. It's your big 3. It's my girl Kels in DC, my guy Bob in Colorado, by way of Miami.
Stands for Dallas Cowboys. Just remember.
And your boy BG up here in the Pacific Northwest. It's another edition of the post game show. The Cowboys get the dub today. We got the Broncos next. Now the Cowboys 3-1 and second in the division. We'll see y'all in the gym next week.
Oh, who y'all got? Atlanta or San Fran?
Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah. Puff pass to Pickens.
Pushing P tonight, baby, especially at Levi Stadium. We're pushing P tonight at Levi Stadium. We'll see y'all in the gym on the next episode.
Peace.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.